Today, we are looking into the topic of hyperthyroidism in cats and exploring the various treatment options available. Specifically, we will be taking a closer look at radioactive iodine treatment and weighing its pros and cons in dealing with pronounced hyperthyroidism. Let's discuss. Hello, amazing cat parents. If we haven't met yet, my name is Paola Zanibelli Davis, feline holistic care and behavior specialist, helping you and your cat live extraordinary lives together by unlocking the secrets of natural remedies and positive training. Because not having alternative options should not be an option. Now, while we are at it, tap that like and subscribe button if you are watching this on YouTube. My goal this year is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I would love it if you could help me reach my goal if my content aligns with you. Now, let's get into it. First, let me get the disclaimer out of the way. This video is for information purposes. I am not a veterinarian and I cannot treat or diagnose your cat or prescribe drugs. I use safe, natural remedies to help cats thrive, but I always advise cat guardians to confirm with their local veterinary practice before trying something new. So first thing first, what is hyperthyroidism? Well, it is a common condition in cats where the thyroid gland becomes overactive, producing an excess of thyroid hormones. This can wreak havoc on your cat's health and well-being. The causes of hyperthyroidism are still not completely understood, but certain factors like age, genetics, and environmental pollutants and diet could play a role. Hyperthyroidism in cats was first reported in the late 70s. After that, there has been a dramatic increase in the prevalence of this condition in cats, to the point that this is now recognized worldwide as the most common feline endocrine disorder. This has been connected to fine retardants added to furniture since that time, some food preservatives, and even some deodorizers added to litter, which is one of the many reasons why using a natural unscented litter is best. We want to make sure that we basically clean the environment around our cats as much as possible so that they stay healthier. The typical cat with hyperthyroidism is middle-aged or older. The average age of affected cats is about 12 years, and only about 5% of hyperthyroid cats are younger than 10. Recognizing the symptoms of hyperthyroidism is crucial for early detection and intervention. Keep an eye out for signs like weight loss, increased appetite, restlessness, excessive thirst, and poor coat conditions, for example. If it is left untreated, this condition can lead to serious consequences like heart problems, high blood pressure, and kidney issues. When the thyroid gland is too active, all body systems go into overdrive. Appetite increases, metabolism increases, and the heart beats faster, pumping more blood into the arteries and therefore causing high blood pressure, which can damage the organs directly affected by blood flow, like the heart itself, the kidneys, the brain, and the eyes. This can cause heart disease, kidney damage, strokes, and even blindness, which is why we definitely want to get this under control as quickly as possible. When it comes to managing hyperthyroidism, there are a few conventional treatment options available. Surgery involves the removal of the affected thyroid gland, while medication aims to regulate hormone production. Then there is the radioactive iodine treatment, which involves administering a carefully controlled dose of radioactive iodine to destroy the overactive thyroid tissue. If you're worried about exposing your cat to radioactive material, which is indeed injected into your cat's tissues, I understand. Radioactivity can cause mutations, which are permanent changes at the DNA level. This can reflect negatively on future offspring, and it can cause neoplastic changes, meaning that it can cause cancer. Holistic medicine includes the use of herbs, tinctures, homeopathy, and natural supplements. A correctly formulated combination of natural remedies can definitely help your cats to support their thyroid gland in a gentle way, which would definitely suit those of you seeking a more holistic approach. Supplements containing herbs like bugleweed, lemon balm, which is melissa, and ashwagandha can help maintain normal thyroid function. However, it is important to consider that these natural remedies might not be sufficient to address pronounced hyperthyroidism. So if your cat has advanced hyperthyroidism, pronounced hyperthyroidism, then it might be necessary to think of something else as well. So let's get into the heart of our discussion now, the pros and cons of radioactive iodine treatment for cats with pronounced hyperthyroidism. The pros We have, for example, the fact that radioactive iodine treatment is highly effective. Radioactive iodine treatment boasts an impressive success rate in resolving hyperthyroidism, often achieving permanent results. This also means that you will likely not have to depend on daily administration of medications for the rest of the cat's life, which can be costly and it can bring side effects and requires a daily commitment in time and effort to make sure that you give your cats their medications consistently. A second advantage is the minimal invasiveness. Unlike surgery, radioactive iodine treatment is a non-invasive treatment option that doesn't require anesthesia or major incisions. This makes it particularly advantageous for elderly cats who would not be a good candidate for full sedation sometimes. The third advantage is targeted approach. So radioactive iodine treatment specifically targets the overactive thyroid tissue, leaving the healthy tissue intact. Now for the cons of this treatment. First of all, the cost considerations. So radioactive iodine treatment can be more expensive compared to other treatment options. However, it is important to weigh the long-term benefits against the initial investment. This translates into an upfront cost that can offset the long-term cost of other treatment options. The second disadvantage is the isolation period. Following a radioactive iodine treatment, your cat will need to be isolated for a little while. So usually it's a short period of time we're talking about, like a week, sometimes even less, to minimize radiation exposure to others, because radiation gets excreted to bodily fluids and waste like urine and feces. So you can't get exposed to this, and that's why your cat would need to be isolated for a little while. A third disadvantage is the potential side effects. These side effects are actually rare. Some cats may experience temporary side effects like vomiting, lethargy, or decreased appetite after radioactive iodine treatment. Sometimes there could be a risk of developing neoplastic changes in the future, which is cancer, as we said before. But if we're dealing with an elderly animal, this future may actually be far enough, making this treatment still worth your while. Now, how do you make an informed decision? When it comes to choosing the right treatment for your cat, it's essential to have all the information at hand. Consult with your veterinarian, discuss the potential risks and benefits of each option, and assess your cat's specific needs. Remember that every cat is unique, of course, and what works for one may not be the best choice for another. Also consult with a holistic practitioner to see what natural support could fit your particular cat. If you're not sure about how you can give medications or supplements to your cats without drama, struggle, or injuries, click on the link in the description below to find out all the details of the Holistic Cat Care Jumpstart. I created this course to help you create a cooperative partnership with your cats so that you don't have to find cat care stressful, and neither do your cats. This course also helps you gain awareness of how your cats really feel during those times when you think that everything is normal, because cats are so good at hiding their pain. And also it helps you navigate times of crisis when your cats need to recover effectively and successfully from a health challenge. If you have received the diagnosis of hyperthyroidism for your cat, I help you gather useful, affordable tools that you can use to keep on top of managing this condition in the comfort of your home, so that you can avoid going to the vet so frequently and reserve vet visits only for those times when you actually need blood tests or in case you are dealing with an actual emergency. So basically, you need to weigh your options here. Radioactive iodine treatment can be a highly effective and targeted solution for cats with pronounced hyperthyroidism, and it might come with some considerations like cost, possible risks in the near future, and temporary isolation, but the potential long-term benefit makes it an option worth considering. However, it's always important to explore all treatment options and consult with your veterinarian and your holistic practitioner to make an informed decision that suits your cat's individual needs. Remember, as caring cat parents, your ultimate goal is to ensure that your kitties lead happy, healthy, and long lives. So if you receive the diagnosis of hyperthyroidism, you are totally allowed to have a moment of despair and cry, but remember, you have options here. You are in the driver's seat, and your attitude and resilience will transfer onto your cat's outcome eventually. eventually. So pick up the pieces, ask for help, make a plan, and help your cat, because this is what hands-on cat care is all about. Your thoughts are directly connected to your feelings, which influence your actions and ultimately your results. So this is why having the right mindset is so important as a proactive cat parent. By the way, check out the free resource in the description below for more help with your cat parenting journey. Stay tuned for more videos on feline wellness and behavior management. And until then, love your cats as much as you can.